Unbelievable random situations like loss of income due to many reasons calls to accelerate assistance and service to those in need. Citizens and households are facing income loss due to pandemic or otherwise and are looking for any financial aid. Our objective is to help citizens access aid support and help government to analyze correct audience for providing financial aids. Our Pega-based financial needs assessment tool will help the governments to assess the households and members for providing aid and at the same time help the citizens assess their eligibility for available aid services. Our FNA model will trigger to check whether the aid is required based on the user assessment. The financial data like income, expenses are captured with other household details to check users' financial condition. The unmet need and co-pay concept is to calculate the gap which can be served by the government. For the FNA solution, we have followed Pega Express methodology-based 6-week project plan. We have progressed through the discover, prepare, build, and adopt phases to achieve this. We started with ideation, followed by prioritizing the backlog of stories and creating low-fidelity wireframes for the solution. Team including architects and UI/UX experts came together with business architects to improve the application. We performed very specific activities during each phase such as ideation during discovery, environment requisition during prepare, playbacks during build and UAT during adopt.
The business administrator logs into the newly developed financial need assistance system and starts configuring the services. The administrator starts by setting up various services. Once the services are defined in the system, the administrators can start adding questions into the services. The system collects all the information regarding the questions. The question text, the type of answer that is expected, potential list of answers. The system also provides an option to add some guidance text along with questions if needed. There is also a provision to mark a question as to eligibility questions, where we can define the eligibility criteria. This would be used to determine the eligibility of a user automatically in runtime. Once the questions for service are configured, we can define the sequence for the questions. Every answer can have a different follow-up question, which is easy to configure. The administrator configures all the questions in the system for child care assistance, student aid, and household questions. Now the setup is ready for a rollout. The government advertises these services on their website and provides a link to the citizen to register for the services. The citizens would click on the link, which would take them to the FNA registration page, which is hosted using Pega Mashup. The citizens can register in the system with very basic information. Once the users register, they would receive an email with the login information. Once the user logs into the system, the users are presented with a landing page where they can take an assessment. The user takes the household assessment, which determines if the individual is eligible for financial aid or not. Once the assessment is completed, the citizen enters the details of the family members and the type of aid the citizen is applying for. Now that the user has completed the assessment, citizens can apply for the FNA services. It is worth noting that the services here are automatically listed from the admin setup. The user applies for one of the services and answers all the required questions. The user is presented with the question which was configured in the admin module. Once the questions are all answered, the engine runs the eligibility check based on the configuration and the user is marked as eligible. The system notifies the downstream systems to start the financial aid for the users. The users can also check their profile on the same portal. This concludes our demonstration. Thank you for watching.